So you're browsing the internet, you're watching videos like this video on YouTube, and you're trying to figure out, how can I get into real estate investing and use software without spending a whole lot of money? Well, guess what? There is free software available, and there are ways that you can get into real estate investing without spending a whole lot of money on the software side, at least when you're on the come up. So as a real estate investor, there are several softwares that I use in order to skip trace, in order to gather data points and to analyze deals and comp properties. Of course, my wife, she's a real estate agent here in the state of Georgia. She has been for over 22 years. So we have access to the MLS system that agents have access to. So that gives us a easy way to gather data. But just as a pure real estate investor, of course, some of the paid software sites like PropStream, Batch Leads, REI Pro, I think Propelio is still a thing today. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it, and there are many other ones, but those are just a few that I know are at the top of the list. PropStream and Batch Leads, that's what we use on a day-to-day basis here. But there is a free one called PropWire. Okay? PropWire, it's free. All of the students that I teach, all of the mentees that are in my coaching program that I help on a regular basis in real estate investing, almost all of them use that. A couple of them have PropStream and Batch Leads, but again, you're going to pay $99 a month for most of those sites. This one is free 99, baby. It's free 99. Of course, when you skip trace the properties that you pull and the list that you pull, you're going to pay per skip trace, but we're talking about what, maybe 12 cents a skip trace. So it ain't a whole lot of money you're paying just to skip trace. But this is a free resource that you can use just to start looking for properties that meet your criteria. When you go on there, it's going to show you the property types. You'll be able to filter them in the areas that you want to look at if you already have your buy box, and it's an easy way to get started. Now, if you're looking to comp properties and you don't have access like a real estate agent to the MLS or whatever system is in your area, and you're not able to comp them like an agent comps them, well, just use Zillow. Zillow has pretty good zestimates for ARVs or after repair values or the resale values. Sometimes they can be off. Well, a lot of times they're off. I ain't gonna say sometimes. A lot of times they're off, but they're not too far off as long as you lower that number and don't inflate that number. So Zillow is going to give you good ARVs or resale values. Zillow is going to give you rent values, and there are filters and ways that you're able to draw maps around certain areas to get an idea of what has sold in those areas. That's how you're going to comp property. So of course you could do that with Zillow. You could do it with Redfin. You could do it with Trulia. Zillow and Redfin have seemed to be popular ones that I know some freebie real estate investors use. So again, if you want to get started using software that is dedicated to real estate investors and you don't want to spend a lot of money, use PropWire to find the type of properties that meet your criteria. Of course, if you are doing pre-foreclosures and you are doing more creative real estate investing, then PropWire is going to be okay to a certain level. At some point, you're going to have to pivot over into some of those other platforms to get other data, but it's good. It works. And I have people that I work with that reach out to me who only use that because they're students, they're learning the game. And then once they push whatever leads they find to us, we're able to vet them a little more and give them more data. So PropWire is free 99. And again, when you're comping properties, you can definitely use Zillow, Redfin, and I wouldn't rely a whole lot on it, especially if you pull lists and skip trace them and start doing your lead generation and reaching out to people, making calls, sending text messages, and knocking on doors or whatever you're doing, and you get people to respond, you definitely want to get those other platforms or software, and you definitely want to have real estate agents or mentor people in your community who are doing it at the next level in your corner to help you thoroughly analyze and comp and underwrite those deals before you go into contract and put your money or other people's money up and you don't know those numbers.